out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is fielded at the 7. Time return there, 40 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Finding room inside the 40. The 20, 10, 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there right off the bat. 49 yards. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Second down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. Now Leonard Fournette. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Here's Fournette. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, partner, this is where I need the color commentator. I'm not sure what to say about that one.
Yeah, you and me both, my man. Let's just let that one go and move on.
Deal. After the penalty, it's Fournette. Room here to run. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll run it again with Fournette. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll toss it to Fournette. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. Leonard Fournette stops short of the marker on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer 3rd, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this score will stay right where it is. I guess I got to hand it to him. That was that was ambitious.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. The pitch to Fournette. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 3rd down, Fournette. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
Carpenter now, after the made field goal, will kick this one away. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. tuck it away, take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
A toss running left, Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll run for it with Fournette. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get a 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. Fournette on the toss to the right, and he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Time running out here on the play clock. Jameis now on 1st down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Touchdown, Houston. Emmanuel Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point forthcoming. And it's 17-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And some room to roam now. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, Winston. Left side here to Sanders. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Houston after this timeout. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And another timeout taken by the Colts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. First down, Winston. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Now a first down throw. Luck lets it go for Nelson. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Second and 10, Luck again. Looking deep for Hilton. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing on third down, Luck. Fournette, first down, still going. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. On first down, Luck. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On first down, it's Luck. And his pass incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Play action. It's Luck. They'll roll him out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Luck now to throw. A swing pass caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing is Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Now a play fake here on first down. This one complete. It's C.J. Fedorowicz. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Fedorowicz, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have. And right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. They'll fake it. Now Locke. Sliding out of the pocket. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Here's a give to Fournette. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Colts on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Off of play action, Locke. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A spin. And a spin again. A second spin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. A first down throw for Winston. Escaping the pressure right. He finds an opening past the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Fresh set of downs here. Winston. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
This is caught inside the 15. A huge play that time for the Colts. And even 60 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so
now a hit and lost the football. It's out. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Shift together here from the D-line. So second and goal here from the 9. Running left, it's Fournette. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. Now a play fake, and it's Luck. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Telvin Smith in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And here comes the Texans now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with the former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And it's second down. From the gun, Winston. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Winston now to throw on first down. It's caught. It's Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Colts pick it up.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Locke. Lets it go for Nelson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Locke. He's going to float this one deep right side. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And an alley to run. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Barkevious Mingo in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one good for 12 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Here's McKinnon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Toss play to McKinnon. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Luck on 1st down. Looking deep for Hilton. And it's knocked away and incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Luck to Hilton on the hook up there. 62 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. Jameis now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And now running right through it. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's running.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Eli Harold in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Handoff to Fournette. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st and 10, Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robertson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 2nd down, Winston. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Eli Harold. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, wherever the reason is, he better figure it out. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jerick McKinnon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Caught left side by Hilton. That one goes for 24 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a first down throw, Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here again is McKinnon, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now McKinnon, and some room to work. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They run it with McKinnon. He's to the 10, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And this looks to probably be the final play. A big offensive explosion helped leading.